Hey there, this is Natalie, and in this video I want to talk about the female Titan and an interesting detail that was in episode 1 of the final season, that is Attack on Titan episode 60. You see, a lot of people had thought that the female Titan was only known as the female Titan to people like the Survey Corps, who until season 3 didn't know how Titan shifters were created. They referred to Annie's Titan as the female Titan just because of how it looked. But now we know that its appearance is affected by who the shifter is, and we have seen other female-looking Titans like Frida Rice's Titan. It would be expected that the Marleyans, who've been using the Titan shift powers as weapons for generations, would have had some other name for it that gives more of an indication of what its role is among the 9 Titan shifter abilities that have been established to exist. But in episode 1 of Attack on Titan season 4, which takes place entirely in Marley with characters from the Marleyan military, it's said that the Marleyans have lost the powers of the colossal and female Titans. This means that the name they use for the Titan power held by Annie, who as far as we know is still keeping herself preserved in her armour to avoid interrogation, and held within the walls on Paradis Island, is indeed the female Titan. So what's the deal with that? Being male or female as a human doesn't seem to make any difference when it comes to whether an Eldian can be turned into a Titan. Titans have no real sexual characteristics or reproductive organs, but in general, the people of Paradise Island had thought that there were a lot more of the normal or pure Titans that resembled men than women. We now know, of course, that this is because the Titans they'd seen roaming around outside the walls were people who'd been sent there and turned into Titans as a punishment by Marley. And it just seems that this sentence was used on men far more frequently than on women. As we saw with Dina, Grisha Yeager's first wife, and Zeke Yeager's mother, women turn into Titans just as well as the boys when injected with Titan spinal fluid. And as we saw with Ymir, if they then eat someone with Titan shifter powers, they will be able to return to their human form and use that specific Titan shifter ability. We also see with every Titan that they do tend to take on some aspects of the human's appearance. Not enough usually that one would be able to recognise someone in their Titan form, but enough that when you've seen someone in both states, you can see the similarities in things like hair. With Connie Springer's mother, it was actually comparing a portrait of the family to the Titan form that all but confirmed the suspicion that the pure Titans were formerly human to begin with. With Titan shifter forms we've seen of female characters though, while Annie and Frida Rice in their Titan forms looked distinctly female, Ymir's Titan was more on the androgynous side. But when we see the Jaws Titan, that's the name the Marleyans use for the Titan Ymir had, once again in season 4 episode 1, now in the hands of someone named Galliard, whose human form we haven't seen yet, it looks very masculine, with a beard, and well, it looked like it had been hitting the protein powder since Ymir's time too. So maybe Ymir's Jaws Titan was just as feminine as that thing can go. We also saw a group of warrior candidates in Attack on Titan season 4 episode 1, and of the 4 of them, 2 were boys, Falco and Udo, and 2 were girls, Zofia and Gabby, with Gabby seeming like the one expecting to inherit Reiner's Armoured Titan shifter ability. This small sample group, along with the existence of Annie, tells us that the Marleyans don't have any particular preference for whether their Titan powers are inherited by men or women, only that the people who gain them are exceptional among their recruits. So there seems to be nothing about a difference between male and female Eldians that would lead to there being this one shifter power, known by the people who know the most about it as the female Titan. The original progenitor of the Titans was female, so that could have something to do with it. Perhaps female subjects of Ymir having some particular thing about them that male ones don't have, like a particular connection to the progenitor. But if that's the case, it doesn't look like it's something the Marleyans seem to know or care about. I'm not going to spoil the names of the other Titan shifters that we haven't seen yet in the anime, but to confirm, there isn't one called the male Titan. So it isn't that there's a pair of them that represent men and women to go with the Beast Titan representing animals or anything like that. So why is the female Titan called the female Titan, and what would happen if Annie was eaten by a man? The answer to this hasn't yet been revealed as anything concrete in the manga, so we don't know, for instance, if any male characters have previously had the power of the female Titan. Of course, it's quite possible that in the time the Marleyans have had control over the female Titan power and been choosing the Eldian warriors who would inherit it, they've just stuck to picking girls for that Titan. They possibly don't know what would happen if a man had it either, and since they have both male and female recruits to choose from, they may just pass the female Titan onto a woman every time, never finding out. But I think there are really two possibilities here. One is that the female Titan just always looks female, no matter who's shifting into it, just like the Beast Titan always looks like an animal, or the Colossus Titan is always huge, and the name just refers to that. When it comes to the abilities we know about so far in the anime, I won't go into any other Titan abilities from the manga, it's a kind of all-rounder, with speed and agility, the defensive ability of being able to harden, and good fighting capabilities, particularly when used by a human with martial arts skills like Annie, who can make the most of it. It may just have a generic name based on how it looks, like Eren's Titan, which is also seemingly an all-rounder, rather than one with more specific skills or attributes like the Cart Titan or the Jaws Titan, has the generic name of the Attack Titan. This would mean that if a male warrior was to inherit the power by eating Annie, they would be able to use the power normally. Their Titan would just have a female body shape. Since Titans don't have reproductive organs or anything like that, it wouldn't be any different really from a man piloting a mech designed to have a female shape. The other possibility is that the femaleness of the female Titan is a part of its power in itself. This would seem a bit weird given that, well, what power would something with being distinctly female as its theme have that would be different from something male or something inherently genderless that just resembles whoever owns it? The obvious answer would be something at least symbolically related to being a mother, like a Titan that can create new Titans, but we've seen in Season 4 Episode 1 that the Beast Titan can do that, and equally we haven't seen the female Titan doing anything like that at all, and I'm sure that if she could, Annie would have used this already in situations we saw her in Season 1. But if the female thing has nothing to do with female humans in general, and instead a connection to a specific woman, that is, the Titan progenitor Ymir, then it could make a lot more sense. Perhaps this hints to something special about the female Titan that relates to its connection to the founding Titan. If that's the case, then it's still unclear whether it matters if the person who uses it is a man or a woman. It's possible that the Titan looking female is just a physical representation of its connection to Ymir, and it works just as well whoever has it. But it would also be possible that it's supposed to be inherited by female subjects of Ymir, and could perhaps be weaker or without some of its abilities if it were used by a man, or perhaps it can't be passed on to a man at all. It is going to be interesting to see in the final season of Attack on Titan, and of course in the later chapters of the Shingeki no Kyojin manga, if this is something that comes into play. But for now, those are, I think, the two possible explanations for why the female Titan is known as the female Titan on both sides of the sea. But what do you guys think? Do you have any other ideas about the female Titan's name meaning, or about what would happen if a man ate Annie? Let me know in the comments. If you liked this video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to my channel for more Attack on Titan coverage. Liking and subscribing really helps us YouTubers out, and where I'm currently working really hard to expand my channel from just ReZero content to Attack on Titan theories, analysis and episode reviews as well, I have a lot of Attack on Titan stuff in the pipeline that I hope you're going to enjoy. If you're watching this the day it was uploaded, then I will have a video up about Attack on Titan Season 4 Episode 2 after it's aired, and I'm really looking forward to that. So ring the notification bell if you want to see that as soon as I've made it. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again very soon.